Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and today's video I'm going to be doing my skin but better kind of makeup. So I got this inspiration from Juicy Jazz's video. She did a version of this a while back. So I thought of incorporating the same idea but with a twist. So I decided to do one side of high-end and one side of affordable products in which you can make it look like skin. You have a full face of makeup and it's not like just concealer, powder, nothing of that sort. You have like foundation, you have your full face of makeup, but just make it look like your skin. So what are the products that can look a little bit subtle on your skin and you can wear it to any occasion in future if you have, or even for weddings. I think there's just that one product that I'm going to be like interchanging and using it throughout. I'm not going to be switching those because these are powder products, but other than that I'm going to be showing you guys like a high-end and affordable version. The reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people really like to see like high-end products, especially for special occasions. A lot of people resort to buying high-end products and some people just like to stick to a budget, so that's the reason I am doing both of this. So I have so before you start off with anything, skin prep is very important. So I have already cleansed my skin with the Dermaweave Hydra cleanser. This is a pH balanced cleanser. This is suitable for all skin type. It is soap free, so it doesn't strip your skin of any kind of moisture. It doesn't leave your skin dry after you cleanse your face. So if you are someone who doesn't even really use makeup on a daily basis and you're just using this as your part of your cleanse, like your first cleanse, I have got a comment asking if this product is suitable for that. You can use it if you're just using your sunscreen and you want to cleanse off your face, so just your moisturizer, sunscreen and everything, you just want to cleanse off, you can use this cleanser. And I really like it. I have hooked on my husband to this as well. He has super dry skin. I have sort of normal to dry skin, so it works across skin types. So after using this cleanser, like I have this cleanser on my face like that, I go ahead and shave my face. I do this every single time. I want my makeup to look like skin. It shouldn't cling on to anything. So it depends really on each individual. So if you really don't mind facial hair, you can still don't have to take it out. You can go ahead with your next step. But for me, I have tried it both ways and I feel like facial hair kind of hinders with the way the foundation looks, and especially if you have like dark hair, like black, jet black hair, the foundation kind of looks a different tone on that. So that's the reason I kind of believe in taking off my facial hair. So this is the one that I have. This is from Mini. So this is really sharp, you guys. You have to be really careful when you're using this. I do have another razor from Mini, so that's like an eyebrow razor that is a little bit more blunt compared to this, but this is like super sharp, so just keep that in mind. So I feel like my skin is so soft and super smooth, so that's the reason I really like it. The next step I like to do, I like to use a serum. I really like this Dot & Key Hydra Booster Capsule Serum. So this contains 2.5% hyaluronic acid. So I like to use this on a daily basis, even before moisturizer, because it makes my skin look really soft and supple. You can use any serum, like any serum you like, to make your skin, like it depends on what your skin needs, right? So you can use whatever you like. It instantly adds a little bit of like hydration to your skin and makes your skin looking a little bit nice and plump. And then moving on to moisturizer. This is the moisturizer that I have been using every single time, before makeup, after my skincare and everything. This is the moisturizer that I really like. This is again something that would suit all skin types, so you can take this much. Usually if you don't really need it underneath foundation, this would suffice, but I'm going to be taking a little more than that. You guys are going to see that because I learned this from Wayne Goss, where he mentions that you nicely massage your skin with the moisturizer and a little bit of an excess amount of moisturizer, not just your usual amount. And he says that helps with your foundation looking like skin, like dewy, not clinging on to anything. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a little bit more. So you don't really have to use this much on a daily basis. It is a little bit excessive. A little goes a long way with this moisturizer, but I just like to take an extra amount of it. That is just skin prep, and you guys can see the skin starts to feel a lot more hydrated when you do this. So now that our skin is nice and hydrated, you can add an oil if you like if you like to go over this with an oil, you can do that. If you like a squalane oil or anything that is not very heavy, you can use it, like the Indulgo Essentials Rose Gold Oil. That is again a really nice product if you want your base to look a little bit dewy. But if you have very oily skin, then I'm not sure, because I haven't tried an oil as such with these products because they are a little bit glowy on their own. So that's the reason I'm not going to be doing that. So now I'm just going to be moving on to a primer. On the high-end side, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, and on the affordable side, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Prime Primer Base. It's Blur Plus Smooth. Both of these work really well. Again, this is not a dupes video. These are products that generally make my skin look really nice. A dupes video, a full face of dupes video is coming up. I'm just trying to gather the right products. So now using the Too Faced one, it is sort of like this moisturizer kind of consistency itself, like a thick creamy consistency, and it does hydrate the skin pretty well. It does have a little bit of a coconut smell to it. If you are someone who is not very keen on scents, it is kind of mild, okay, but I don't know, coconut scent can be nauseating for a lot of people. And then this side I'm going to be using the Maybelline one. Again, it has the same kind of creamy consistency, and that's the kind of primers that I like. Something that is not very pore-filling. Not very pore-filling. I need a little bit of pore-filling effect, but not very dry, not that silicone clear kind of primers. Because it's a smoothing and blurring primer, it does have silicone to it. It has a little bit of a pull, like a thicker consistency, and you just have to blend it nicely into your skin. And then for glow, I always do this before my foundations. So for glow, on this side I'm going to be taking my MAC Strobe cream, and on the affordable side I'm going to be using the Sugar Blink Illuminating Moisturizer. This is in the shade 03 Peach Poppin'. Have you guys watched my video on subtle natural looking highlighters? I think it would draw a lot of you to it, and you should definitely watch it. I will link it right here in the cards for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are like so over these very blinding bling highlighters, so this should be the one. Look at the consistency of this MAC Strobe cream. It's so nice, you guys. It's just so beautiful, and my mirror is so out of place. It's just so beautiful. It adds like an instant glow to your skin. Can you see that? Yeah. So now moving on to the Sugar Blink Illuminating Moisturizer in the shade Peach Poppin'. So this kind of works pretty well for my skin tone, and that's the reason I've picked this one up. If you like something with a little bit of a pink undertone to it, you can switch out. Now if you have a certain place where there's too much oil peeking through, say on your forehead or around this part, I would suggest sort of avoiding these areas with these illuminating products, okay, because it just is going to add on, and even if you apply it, you're just going to powder it down. So why to add additional products? So apply it just where you need it. But I have sort of, like I mentioned, normal to dry skin, and I don't get very oily or sweaty on my face, so that's the reason I'm applying it all over my face. But you can even apply it just to the areas where you want to look glowy, like on the high points of your cheek or around your cheek, but not so much to your T-zone if that's where you get a little bit oily. Okay, just customize the products and customize these products as well according to your skin type. I'm talking about these products in catering to my skin type and people with similar skin type. Okay, next you can add a priming spray if you want to, but I just feel like it's a little bit excessive at this point. I do have a lot of products, so I'm just going to move on to the next step, which is color correction. I just have one product for color correction on both sides. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Orange. This works pretty well. So I did squeeze out a little bit excessively last time, so I'm just using that. I'm not squeezing out any new product because I don't want to use too much of color corrector as well, because when you do that, you have to end up using a lot of concealer just to conceal the orange of the color corrector. Now moving on to my favorite part, that is foundation. So for the high-end side, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. You don't have to use this product if you can't get your hands on it, because I know NARS is not easily available in India. You have to get it shipped to India, which is again customs duty, or you can order it through any Instagram page. But another good option to make your skin look like skin with a high-end foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. That again looks really nice. So if you have that, you can use that. I just wanted to use this today. I do always use the Too Faced foundation as well in my videos, but I was just getting a little bit bored, and so I wanted to use this product. And so for the affordable side, I'm going to be using the PAC HD foundation. This is one affordable foundation that looks amazing on the skin. You can make it look like full coverage as well, and you can also keep it at medium and make it look like your skin. Like you're wearing foundation, but it doesn't like contrast with your skin. It blends in with your skin. It just makes it look so good. It also smoothens the skin a little bit and has that HD effect in my opinion. So this is a really good product to get your hands on. I got this one in the shade 2.5. It is pretty good for my skin tone, but I feel like the undertone is a little bit neutral. I would like something a little bit more warmer. So what I like to do is I'm going to mix it in with the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Foundation, because I feel like combination of these two again looks like skin. This is really nice as well, but a little bit too dewy. So that's the reason I'm going to be just taking a little bit of this and mixing it into this to get my right shade. Okay, so in the NARS foundation, I am in the shade Valencia. It matches me pretty well. I am an NC42 in MAC. NC42 is a little bit warmer and deeper for my skin tone. So now I'm going to be using just like very little of it, less than a pump of the NARS foundation, because I'm going to be using it just on one side of my face. And if I want to, I can always take a little bit more. You guys can see even this is a little bit warm for my skin tone, but I just don't know why I resort to those kind of shades. I just feel like it works really well for my skin. Like if you have like hyperpigmentation and everything, just a little warmer tone just works in my opinion. This is after a lot of trial and error. And if I feel like it's a little bit too warm, I always lighten it up with my other foundations. So going to be using my Cuffs and Lashes F014 brush. So this is something that I did learn from Robert Welch, which I completely forgot, because the habit is that you always take the foundation and apply it on your forehead as well. But if you have a lot of dryness on your forehead and you feel like the foundation always looks really cakey on your forehead, first apply it onto your face, okay? And whatever is remaining on your brush, like then just blend it onto your forehead like that, so that your foundation wouldn't look cakey on your forehead and it wouldn't look like you have a lot of product. Because when you come really close or when you're doing that, that's where, you know, it just kicks up. So that is something you can try doing if you have very dry skin on your forehead. But I just forgot to do that today. So on this side again, taking these two foundations, I'm first going to just try out the PAC foundation. Can you see that the undertone is very neutral? So what I like to do, take a little bit of the warmer tone shade. Again, you just need a little bit of it, like less than a pump. Make sure you blend the foundation really well. Take your time, make sure you blend it. If you feel like a brush is really not doing it for you, then by all means use a sponge. Use any sponge that you like. I have this one, I got it from Amazon. Let's see how it works. Okay, it's nice and soft. So now that my foundation is nice and blended, I'm going to move on to concealer. So for this side of my eye, I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers. So when I want my makeup to look like skin, I don't like to use a highlighting shade for my under eye. I like to use a shade that is exactly my skin tone. And then if it feels a little bit too dark, then I can go in with a lighter concealer. So on the affordable side, I'm going to be using a concoction of these two products. Products that I used were the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer and the Blue Heaven Flawless Liquid Concealer. The reason I used the concoction of these two is because the e.l.f. concealer is slightly high in coverage. I just didn't want to use the entire thing. You can use just this on your eye if you have your right shade, but this one is in the shade Medium Warm, which is a little bit too light for me. I don't really like highlighting concealers on my under eye, so that's the reason I mixed it in with this Blue Heaven Liquid Concealer. This one is in the shade Caramel, which is a little bit too dark for me, but I really like the finish of this one. It is very light in coverage, but it just sits beautifully underneath the eyes. It has sort of like a really nice sheeny finish to it, like a satin finish, and it doesn't crease as much, doesn't cake as much. So the concoction of these two is what I have on this side of my eye today. I still do really like how the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer looks. If you have your right shade, then just use the e.l.f. concealer. Now I know a lot of people would like to set their under eye area, so I have products for that as well. So on this side I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Banana Bread, and on this side I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution loose powder in the shade Banana. So all you have to do is take any brush that you like, especially for your under eye area. A more precise brush would do. Take very little amount of powder, like very little, lightly press it. I'm not even adding that much pressure, so it's the way you hold the brush as well. So I'm trying to keep it away and just use a very little amount of it. Look up and set your under eye area, and then taking my Makeup Revolution powder, just a little bit, whatever is already there on the packaging itself, very lightly look up. So in today's video, on both the sides, I'm going to be using this NY Bay Foundation Concealer Contour product. This one is in the shade Toffee. So I feel like this works really well for my skin tone, and it's a nice creamy product and it just looks like skin. And as you guys saw, I like to use the contour product all the way from the inner part, like circle it like that and apply it, because I feel like it defines my cheekbone a little bit more and makes it look a little bit fuller. I don't want to sculpt my cheekbone as such, I just want to make it look a little bit fuller. I want to make my cheeks look a little bit fuller. So if you want to like sculpt your cheekbone, you can just stop it right here and then spread the product, as opposed to bringing it all the way in. And then now for blush. On the high-end side, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown cream blush in the shade Uber Beige. You cannot find this shade right now, but you can always pick up other shades that they have available in India. So this is a very nice, beautiful product. It looks very nice and dewy and just beautiful in general. So now for the affordable side, I'm going to be just taking my usual lipstick, which I don't really have any cream blush from the affordable range to show you guys. So I'm just going to be using my lipstick and showing you guys how you can get that done. Something I completely forgot, and I can't believe I did that. I forgot to like conceal around my mouth and here. So again, on this side using the NARS Radiant Creamy, and on this side using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Look at that shade, it's so white. I can't believe they called it medium warm. There's no warmth to it. Blending it in with my Blue Heaven. If you guys are wondering what brush this is the Cuffs and Lashes F016 brush. I have a brush dupes video coming up, or if it's already up, I will link it right here in the cards. Okay, my lips are so freaking dry because of the foundation. I'm going to be taking it off. Oh. Just took off the foundation on my lips and applied a lipstick, the Maybelline Toasted Brown, because I was just not liking how my lips were looking. It's so freaking dry. And this is a nice shade, I feel like, for the natural sort of look. It looks nice on me with foundation. Without foundation, I don't really like the shade on myself. So now for bronzer, make sure you use something that you're already familiar with. So I am going to be using a little bit of bronzer just around this part, but not too much, okay? Now what you can do is you can give your skin a good spritz and make sure that all the products are blended onto one another. So you can use the MAC Fix Plus or the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I like to do this usually before I apply a mascara, because I don't like to have mascara run down all over my face and ruin the look. You see that? So if you have any excess foundation or anything, it just takes it off. Can you see that water run down? Oh yeah. It can sometimes mess up the foundation as well. So this would be a very vital step if you have a lot of like powder products on your skin. But if you just have cream products, you don't really need to do this step. I regret doing it. So this is my problem with MAC Fix Plus, is that it always has that initial spray, like that application, it just shows it like visibly. So once I have done that, I feel like, you know, the product just faded away from my face, the blush. So I'm just reapplying it a little bit. I'm taking my sponge and blending it. Makeup is a process, you guys. You can do this step in like 10 minutes, or you can take your time and just do it however long you want to. I like to take my time when I'm getting ready and make sure that my base looks good. So I take my time. So once you're done applying your blush and everything, you can see that between your concealer and the blush there's a line because it's like a demarcation. So what you do, whatever blush you applied your concealer and powder with, just use that to blend and mesh these products in together. You can also use it to clean up wherever you want to. So now my skin looks super dewy, super natural, and it's like I'm glowing from within. I don't even really need to apply an highlighter. So this is how it looks. If you're someone who really likes to use a highlighter, a powder highlighter, you can by all means do so. But I am just going to be using my strobe cream and applying it just where I need it. So I just take a very light amount of it, maybe whatever is already there on the product. That should do. Just blend it in. On this side, I'm going to be using my Sugar Bling Illuminator to highlight. Just that much. I like to bring the glow all the way to my cheek. You can just stop right on top. So now let's move on to the eyes. I don't really like to do much to my eyes. So when on a daily basis, or when I just want to not look like I have too much makeup on, I just take this wider brush, something like this, and then take my bronzer, not a very dark shade, kind of very similar to my natural eyelid color, and just apply it all over my lid like that. Just taking my Nykaa Rock the Line Kajal because I'm almost out of this. I just want to empty it. I need to go really close to my mirror, so I'll be back. For mascara on both the sides, I am going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. So yeah, that completes this Your Skin But Better kind of makeup look. You guys saw that I did use a lot of products, and this was a full-fledged makeup look. Like the base makeup is what I'm talking about. You can always do up your eyes however you like it. You like to add a little bit more eyeshadow, shimmer shades, however you like it, you can do that. But I'm talking about base makeup. So how to keep the base a little bit flawless is what today's video was all about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what are the products that you use and you feel like is very vital to make your makeup look like skin, like really nice and natural. Let me know in the comment section down below. And also while you are commenting, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.